The fate of nearly 400 death row inmates is on the line as Florida's highest court tries to decide whether their death sentences are against the law. Tonight, how their ruling could also affect trials that haven't even happened yet. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Eula.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. The complicated issue sparked when the U.S. Supreme Court found Florida's death penalty system unconstitutional.
ABC Action News reporter Carson Chambers is live in downtown Tampa to break down what's at stake here. Carson?
Right now, death penalty trials here in Hillsborough County and across Tampa Bay are sort of in limbo while state legislators rush to change the law. And also, we know the big question is tonight were whether more capital cases that have already been decided are going to be affected.
Quite frankly, the whole death penalty process is a mess. We don't know what to do, particularly here in Florida.
Florida was set to execute death row inmate Carrie Lambrix in just a matter of days. But today, the U.S. Supreme Court stepped in and granted a stay.
It's an interesting issue. The question is what did their jury determine? If their jury was unanimous, then their death penalty may survive constitutional scrutiny and not be overturned by the Supreme Court. If their jury was 7-5, 8-4, for death, and the judge imposed it, then we might have a situation where the Supreme Court says no.
Today, the Florida Supreme Court heard from Lambrix's attorney. He argues since the U.S. Supreme Court ruled Florida's death penalty process unconstitutional, his sentence should be commuted to life.
We've got, although he committed 2 murders, we've got an 8-4 jury recommendation. 2 more jurors voting for life, he would have had life.
Meantime, around 40 of nearly 400 other death row inmates have pending appeals. And locally in Bradenton, trials that haven't even happened are in question. The attorneys of Bradenton accused triple murderer Andres Avalos says the state can't move forward with its capital murder trial.
Those cases are probably just going to be put on hold until we decide what the legislature is going to do and how we're going to revamp the death penalty in the state of Florida.
And the Florida Attorney General's office argues that this ruling should not apply to former cases, so it should not apply retroactively. Also, we know that Florida lawmakers are under a lot of pressure. They have 6 weeks to get this legislation revamped. Live in Tampa, I'm Carson Chambers, ABC Action News.